Mic check. Any mics in chat? we used to have a different intro. It used to be just, hello, hi, welcome to the stream, but now it's any mics in chat. Just confirming, making sure. Welcome in everybody. Congratulations on getting forced, Sam. Oh, let me resume my timer. Hee. Welcome in. Congratulations on getting forced, Sam. Welcome in, Callie Puff and Improv and Dank and Sparkles and Cole. Hello. Welcome in. Well. You guys have been spared today. We almost had to do karaoke. You're welcome. You've been spared due to Cole. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm still getting stuff set up. Hee. Don't mind me. No, don't be angry. Don't be angry. It's all good. This is better, actually. Because I'm not, like, in the mood for karaoke, you know? Like, you gotta be in the mood to show off the vocal prowess, right? I was ready to lose hearing. Well, this gives you more time to, buy earbuds, or buy, like, earplugs, you know? It's all good. Oh god, oh no, oh gosh, oh jeez, I'm losing my voice. Shut up. Absolute no. Shut up. I forget how far we are in this trial. It's been a minute since we've ace attorneyed. I don't think we played last week, so I can't remember where we were. But that's okay. I joined VC. But welcome in, how's everyone doing? Today was a bedrock kind of day. I spent all day in bed. Or asleep, so, we got plenty of energy for today's stream, right? Yeah, we didn't play last week. I forgot why. But for probably... Oh yeah, I was in New York, that's why. Hee. And then nothing else is happening the rest of this week because I'm working! Tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that. Yay! I love life. I love society and adulting. But on the bright side, what is it? Oh, I registered for a summer class, so I can start applying after the summer class. I can start applying for jobs in this one specific state that I want to work in. And then, I mean, if that doesn't work out, I'll just apply to more states, you know? We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time. It was a music type of day? Well, maybe we'll sing later, potentially. Let's get some ace attorneying out of the way though, shall we? If I'm still feeling like it. Didn't even visit the block of coal, gonna cry. The block of coal? Huh? What? Don't tell me there's a giant block of coal in New York as an attraction. I mean, I'd believe you, but... Oh, say cola. Cola, huh? You mean you? Didn't even visit you? You said you're in a different part. Do I karaoke with Cole? Only if he'd be down. This man has been on a... Wait, hold on. One of these has to be muted. This man has been doing a song training, so I have high expectations for him. Yes, I'm being silly. I'm not in nukes. Yeah. That's what I thought. You know, he could have come visit me. I dropped the fact that I was going to New York so that he could, you know? He could have come. He should have dropped everything and been like, oh yeah, Zay's visiting. I'm gonna go visit her. I'm just kidding. I don't think we would have had time because we spent so much time walking around freaking Central Park because it's massive. If you lose hearing, how will you hear the tone that the super maneuverable Sukhoi Su-35 Flanker E air defense fighter is giving whilst following closely? What are you... Improv? What are you on? I'm assuming that's related to planes, but... Oh, 7th Street Watch Streak! Let's go, Sparkles! Yee! I'm just a little guy. Me too. Me too. Meeting online friends IRL is scary. True. Very valid. It can be awkward, you know, especially because I was visiting the city with with IRL friends already, so I would have had to tell them, look, we're gonna meet up with this random internet stranger. Well, not random. We're gonna meet up with an internet stranger that I've known the past year. You know? This is, well, seeing Milady would be the second time I've met an online friend IRL. If I get married, I'm gonna invite all of you, and it's just gonna be hell trying to figure out who's who, you know? Yeah, but he's cool as hell. This is true. This is true. He is cool as hell. If I get married, I'm gonna invite a bunch of people online, and I'm just gonna say everyone's online is sitting at this table, and they're gonna have to figure out who's who, and like, it'll be a great experience. I forgot you met Salad. I did meet Salad. My husband and I were online strangers before we met and got together. See, it does work out, you know? It does work out. Play Valorant. It's the new Tinder for gamers. Then again, I haven't seen Salad in God knows how long, right? The man's too busy partying and studying to drop by. It's okay. It seems the uni grind is brutal in the UK, at least. We met through online D&D. That's still somehow better than Valorant and Overwatch. Like meeting through those and starting a relationship through those. Oh, aka the polyamorous dating sim. I see. I see. I'll show up in an extravagant disguise so people think you've got underworld connections or something. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Or like, meeting at a convention would be fine too. I know a lot of people meet at conventions. Because they're already going to the convention, might as well meet all your online friends there too, right? I guess, but it was such a long trip to get there. I'm not sure I'd want to go back. At least not alone, obviously. I am planning a bunch of trips this summer to potentially scope out a new state to live in, just in case, you know. Because while I'm applying for jobs, since my state doesn't have any jobs, I want to have more options, so I wanted to go visit a bunch of places and see what's up. Washington, isn't it expensive? DC is expensive, from what I've been told. Listen, every polyam person I have met either plays D&D or Catan. The one polyamorous person I know plays D&D. Not DC State? Oh, hell no, that's on the other side of the US. Then again, I did put a photo of myself in a Discord. Oh wait, as long as I don't end sentences with smile, I should be unidentifiable. This is this. That's just one of your speech quirks. It's like how I end a lot of sentences saying, you know. Then again, but I think you blurred your face in the photo on Discord. I think you were just showing off your hair, right? Have you tried Canada? It's where you can live in a state of happiness. Pass. Hi, welcome to the stream, Olo. How you doing today? We love the smile. We love your smile. Aha. We're all just Homestuck characters trying to hide our speech quirks. It's full on me with a band I saw when I went to... Did I miss that then? I do not recall that photo. I just recall I was talking about hair, and I think you sent a picture of yours before. Oh, it wasn't Squegs or... Oh, then that's why I haven't seen it. I have her not gonna lie, I have her server muted, aside from her live notifications. We're doing face reveals? Or no, you don't have to do a face reveal. You guys, wait, you guys want to see a face reveal? I want to show off this photo again because it's a great photo. Even though most of you have seen what I look like. Womp. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up again. Haha. I showed it off last stream, but I'm gonna show it off again because it's a great picture. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she amazing? Isn't she beauty and grace? We don't need to see the bread costume again, Zay. I'm not flexing that. Imagine. This was a picture we took in New York, and I think it's pretty cute. I saw this pic, so cute, right? Right? Could have worn the bread. Nope, just kidding. I couldn't have worn the bread costume to New York because I returned it. Teehee. It is a cute pic. Thank you, thank you. My friend's a photographer, so I was like, here, I'm slipping you some money. If you don't mind snapping some photos so I could put it on my website, that'd be great. You sent a face reveal too, though lighting was bad? I don't... All I see of you, Dank, is your food pics, and I remember you sending like your cowboy boots and the cowboy hat, maybe? I can't remember a face. Maybe I'm just not good at remembering faces. I don't have a face. I think I'd remember that if I saw the fact that you don't have a face, so... The pigeons would have eaten you alive? That's true. That's true. It could, yeah. We don't need to, wait. False, you shared already, your goobus. Did she? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm just, like, not that great at remembering things. Only if they fly too close to you out of nowhere while you're holding a street gyro? I hope I said that right. He did. I barely, well, I remember the Cole face reveal. That was like your, because you had the dapper vest, if I remember right. It was last March when I sent the snow mountain with a dank for scale. Ah. I might have to look for that again. I'm very observant when remembering details about people. I feel like I'm not. Somehow, I think I'm pretty bad at remembering details of people and what they look like and stuff. Because one of my friends, he has a beard, and he showed up without it, and all I could say was like, huh, there's something, I feel like something's different about you, but I can't place my finger on it. And then my other friend was like, oh, you look good without your beard. And he was like, oh, thanks. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. I'm not good at remembering or noticing these kinds of things. Was backlit and half the face was covered due to the cold. I see. Trying to think if I remember any face reveals that people have done. I remember Squeeze's because she's cute and my wife. Hi, welcome to the stream, Froggy Moggy. How you doing today? Well, you can't place your finger on it if the beard is gone. You weren't wrong. Okay, buddy. A beard completely changes the look of someone's face. I know! They usually look more baby-faced, right? But I just couldn't, for some reason, it didn't click that he was missing his beard. I'm not that well, but it's okay. How about you? How's the chat? I don't know, chat. How are you? How are you guys? They're feeling very dapper. Or we're talking about, like, if we did face reveals. I mean, I already did a face. Everyone knows what I look like. I'm not shy about it because, you know, she's cute. She deserves to be seen. I'm doing okay though overall. I'm like, you know, just enjoyed sleeping all day today, so full of energy, ready to stream. Got our Ace Attorneying up. I should join VC so Cole can join in. Oh. Cole, you should join VC before I message you. Hehe. Actually, maybe I will message you just to spite you. Feel free to join VC whenever. Thumbs up. Cause he's like, I'm in chat. You don't need to. Like, I'm in chat. You don't need to message me. Don't you? I already did. It's been done. I also did face reveal my Insta profile pic. I'm not even streaming or doing anything public, but I got myself as profile pic. Yeah, I mean I can't even say it's face reveal anymore because my face has been revealed for a while. We've been known, you know. I'm slightly worried that one day I'm gonna run into someone I know online whilst at work. What are the chances of that? Normal things? My normal things in air quotes are fear of like getting hate rated. That's my fear relating to online. Not even like getting kidnapped by someone online. My main fear is that like I'm gonna get hate rated. That is my online fear. Well, Welcome in, Rex. How you doing? Bwed. Face reveals are harrowing. Nico, you post on YouTube all the time your face. Hi, Cole. I've seen your YouTube videos. Let me give a shout out really quick. They wanted, this is what they wanted. I feel, yeah, well, you know, it's just normal things. Hold on. Here's your bread costume too, actually. You're welcome. You reminded me though. So you might as well have asked. Oh, you can't hear him. Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Me to join, isn't even ready to have my beautiful dulcet tones be heard, my people. I'm just here as eye candy, I get it.
Yep. We've been known.
It's okay,
Now
I can sit here and look pretty. I've done that before.
Now they hear.
Well, now I don't want to say the jokes I was saying. I was very charming and funny and endearing, and now they don't get that. That's your fault.
But you're always funny and charming and endearing. What do you mean?
Aww. Wait, hang on.
Double bread? Yeah, you pay for one bread, you get two.
Two for the price of one.
Getting hate rated do be scary, so that's valid. It hasn't happened to me, knock on wood. I'm just scared. I'm just scared of it happening. Whenever I do like big events, that's the nightmare I get the day before.
I get that. A few friends of mine have had it happen to them a bunch. It hasn't happened in like I think the past year or two almost actually. It's been pretty good. Again, knock on wood, but.
Switch our category. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Cole, your voice is like a McDonald's Sprite with ice at 3 a.m.
Is that a good thing?
It's the best thing.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Thank you. I'm glad.
I'll speak for them. It's the best thing. It just hits.
Nice. I don't know. I've heard, like, okay, not that specifically. I have never heard it described that way precisely. But people have been like, hey, nice voice. And I'm like, cool. I wish I knew what was nice about it. I don't understand why. I hear it all the time. I'm like, yep.
You don't know what's nice about your voice?
No. It doesn't hit for me the same way, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I'm a narcissist because my voice hits for me.
Okay, admittedly, there are some times where like I execute something technically, I'm like, yeah, that was pretty good.
All I know, Cole, is I wish mine had whatever it is. Hi, Koze. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today?
Well, don't worry. For this low price of $19.99, you can have as dulcet tones as these.
Commission him. You don't do voice commissions, do you?
Technically, I've been in the process of setting up a Bijan to have that involved. I just haven't gone through the whole stuff. I have access to it. I just need to actually do the logistics side of it. So.
I see. Sounds like a buttery croissant. Sounds like how a buttery croissant tastes. All I know is Cole is yummy bread. True.
You know what, Chad? Like each and every one of you butters my biscuit. You know what I'm saying? What? Come on. They're like just playing along with the bread things they're saying. But don't you judge me.
Sorry, I can't help it.
What do you mean you can't play the game?
Okay, 17th of April, 12:41 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber.
I have to be an anime boy again. Why do I always like I say it
Put on
every
your
time?
best Deku voice. You got this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna become king of the Hokage. I'm gonna be the greatest hero of all. Oh, jeez. Oh, I don't know. He turned into Morty there. Gina, how are you holding up? I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now.
Jenny!
Are you alright? Why aren't you saying anything?
She's much higher, I think, than I just did, but that's okay.
You're waking up. I'm waking up from a nap too. I get it.
I've been woke. I can't. My voice just doesn't want to hit high right now.
I get it.
The only time I
You gotta
liked
warm up.
Yeah. The only time I liked my voice was my morning voice after working a full shift at the bar. That's very specific of you.
Did you sound like gravel? Were you like down here? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, could you be my voice if I ever do collabs?
Like as an interpreter? You want me to like be off to the side and like reading like am I text to speech? Is that
Yeah,
what
you're
we're
the
doing?
text to speech. Or they say something, and then you just repeat it. Exactly that, gravel, yes.
What's the point, eh? Why go to all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me? What? Well, you saw it. That picture.
What picture?
Ah, you mean this? The photograph taken by Hurley's red-handed recorder.
Well, I didn't think it would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure. Oh, wrong person. I can read.
Well, I didn't think it would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure.
I will say in your defense, her being in the scene probably would have made me use her voice too, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that's gonna think I did it, ain't they?
I won't pretend if it wasn't a bit of a shock where the prosecution when the prosecution first presented it in court.
Jot that down. Riles is gonna turn you into a call to speech.
What? With consent,
Texticle.
hopefully. Don't egg me.
Texticle.
I saw that.
Speech to good speech.
I guess I don't know. Like with I'm like with consent. You know what? I would love to be Hatsune Miku. I'll throw it out there.
It doesn't take much to be Hatsune Miku. Just throw on the twin tails and you've got it.
You're right. I got a lot going for me already.
Surely you've gotta have your doubts about me now. You can't still think I'm innocent.
Of course I can.
Humph. Ginny, why don't you talk to us? Tell us what really happened that night.
Eh?
Bruno's cleverly managed to piece together lots of new information, but still. We'd really like to hear it from you.
Yeah, she should have told all this stuff to us before the trial.
That would have made life so much easier.
Alright then.
Well, I think she might have still be worried that people working for McGilded were still after her if she would like leaked anything. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe it was more so she was worried that we weren't actually committed to defending her.
Maybe.
Am I
She is
seeing
very
a
distrusting.
Yeah. Am I seeing a Hatsune Miku toggle in the future? No. Maybe
Why
for
not?
Cole's, but not for mine.
Why for me? Why not for we?
You'd pull it off great.
I
cannot
thank
Miku.
you.
I could not reach the standards, the bar that Miku has set, but you could.
Look, nobody can reach Brazilian Miku. I'm gonna throw that out there. That was
You're right.
a special moment.
You're right. You're right.
It was after we had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris? Then we all had a chat in your office, didn't we?
Yes, I remember.
And she snuck out.
After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down the street to the 221, to Windibank's place. I know I had to.
I had to know. Sorry, I can read.
If Iris's story was there or not, the Hound of the Baskervilles.
I don't know what it is about or nothing. But if you ask me, there's something in it that Sholmes didn't like. Something what
you don't want people reading. Oh my god.
So that's why.
Yeah, the British is fucking me up.
So that's why he lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with Windbank for safekeeping. At least, that's what I thought at the time.
So, you broke into Windibank's.
I just had to know if it was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all that was gonna kick off, did I?
What is that emote, Olo? Applauds jammies? It's beautiful. Wait, I think I know that emote artist for their other ones. Anyways.
Yee.
I struck the lock and snuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. So I gave the oil lamp on the counter a bit of wick, and that's when...
What do you think you're doing? Ah!
I nearly died, I did. And next thing I knew...
Oof. Oh,
Caught in 4K.
I'd grabbed the gun off the counter and was waving it in the air like... I don't know what. Oh man, I can't remember what voice I gave him.
He was like down here, like not
I
super
can't
low,
do
but
that
like a
down
little bit.
there.
Well, not like for you though. Not saying like that exact tone. I know you're.
I know you're not going down here.
I'm just saying, in like my rate, I have a lower pitch than you. Leave me alone.
I can't go that low. How dare you mock me?
Do the limbo right now.
Hello, bye. It's time. Time to almost break my fast. Ooh, what are you having?
Is it good food? I hope it's good food.
Not all the gun emotes.
Ah, you're the girl who was in here this afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets went in for armed robbery. The mantle script. Have you got it here? Did Sholmes leave a load of papers with you? A story? I beg your pardon? Down to the something or other. If it's here, I want to see it. I'm sorry, young lady, but I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers. I don't want it. What would I do with it anyway? I just want to see it's here, that's all. Oh, you want to see it, do you?
Oh, thanks for the hydrate.
I would also drink my tea.
Is he eating a hot dog? You can I guess you can pair that with any food emoji, right? Sandwich beef and potatoes and Miss Vicky sour cream and onion chips, as well as water and Spanish iced lattes, and lastly Oreo. Wow, you eat
That's a lot
good.
going on.
That is a lot going on, but it sounds good. What's with you and hot dogs today, Olo?
I want to know if Sholmes really pawned it here or not. Please, just let me see it and I'll go. Oh, very well then. But for pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would you? Then the old cove unlocked the storeroom door and we both went inside. And it was there, all right. The mantle script. Sholmes went line after all. You did all that just to check for me, Ginny? Anyway, then there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop.
The Skulkin brothers arriving on the scene. Yes.
Skulking, always skulking. Whatever.
Skulkin, no skulking.
What was that noise? Someone's breaking in! Dear me, is there some burglars convention here tonight that I don't know about?
Does he sleep in the storeroom?
I wouldn't put it past him, given how adhered he is to making sure nobody steals the stuff.
To
Dear, I got that. Yeah, I have a headache,
Yo.
so no Samoa tonight? Is that?
I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry.
I'd better go and take care of it.
Could I possibly have my gun back? Oh, well, I'll come with you and...
Now, don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances. Windbank's for my man, right? He didn't deserve that. Look, he was so nice about it, too.
You had no fear.
Yeah.
And with that, he took the gun out my hands and walked back out into the shop. I hung back in the storeroom like he said, straining my ears in the dark to hear what was going on. It sounded like they got into a bit of a scrap. I started to think I should help, see. So I was just about to go out the storeroom myself when...
Ooh, scary! Oh my god, that's traumatizing. Isn't she like 16?
Yep.
I had a couple of shots go off. 2, I think. Almost at the same time.
Mr.
Oh.
Dragon guy, you'll just have to throw more eggs then.
And then there he was, right at me feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and locked it quick as you like.
Because you thought whoever had shot Mr. Winterbank might come for you?
Yeah. So I went to grab the old gove's gun. I figured I'd put up a fight at least. But when I got a better look at him, I knew.
Mm.
Winterbank
Cat.
was a goner.
Yeah,
Cat.
she's here. I don't know what she wants, but she's here. Oh, bread
Pet the
cooldown.
cat.
I am. I am petting the cat.
Good.
You're back in the bread.
Well, you don't have to do that.
You're welcome.
Never
felt-
asked for this.
It's just a responsibility you must bear.
Not the bread cross. I don't like that.
I felt funny in my head all of a sudden. Kind of dizzy. And after that, I don't remember nothing.
And I figured she fainted.
That must be when you passed out, Gina.
If I hadn't done what I'd done, the old cove might still be alive.
Did you tell the police everything you just told us?
Of course I did! But they didn't believe a word of it, did they?
Oh, that makes sense what she was reluctant to share then.
Well, we're her trusted allies.
Yeah, she's traumatized. You said it yourself.
True. Hi, Quality. How you doing today?
Hello.
Cole was baked in Iraq for our chats. Indeed.
I'm a selfless person like that.
Cole was on quite the rack.
Oh,
All they said was, if I kept telling lies, it'd make things even worse for me. It'll be alright, Ginny. Don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. Who knows about to put the real culprit through the mill?
He's the Messiah.
oh,
We're all just followers of Cole. Follow Cole if you're not already.
that's not the segue we're going with.
That might be heresy. Heresy. How do you pronounce it?
Heresy.
Heresy. But worth it for the bit. Indeed. Oh, nice. You're on one of my favorite cases in the series. Hope you enjoy. I have been. Just because I love Ginny's character design. So.
Jenny is very endearing.
I hate you, Olo.
That cove, what was that in the afternoon?
That Egbert Benedict, my man. My man Eggert Benedict.
Was on the scene.
I still remember how he looked at me. Like I was nothing.
Oh yeah, punch him in his smuggle little face.
He was there that night.
As we expected.
Yeah. We don't know his real name yet. But I'm convinced that he's involved somehow. Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty.
In the fan translation, they didn't even try to fancy his name. They just called him Egg.
Egg.
Just Egg Benedict? Or just straight up Egg.
I would have loved it so much more if he was just, my name is Egg.
No last name, just Egg. Being pronounced Harry. What the hell? What the hell? You what?
You can leave it all in Rita's capable hands now, Jenny.
Mr. Nara Odo.
Yes?
How come you trust me? I don't get it.
Uh,
I mean, have you forgotten what happened here before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago. Me and McGill did. We told you a whole pack of lies.
And you got the bog trotter off with him, even though he was a killer. Oof.
no. I could never forget that.
What, is she like mad that we got him off? Like,
I think she just feels bad about it.
Oh.
I did what I thought was best at the time. But the pain of that error of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I also made you a promise. I told you that I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what.
But what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another killer off the hook for all you know.
we know what kind of girl she is, though.
I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial.
You were?
Before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. And strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it.
We've been accused of murder twice, I'm pretty sure, actually.
Hee hee.
Maybe the third time it won't be an accusation, it'll be the truth.
Yeah, because he's just so pissed off. He's so done with it.
Oh, Bruno.
But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me and was prepared to defend me.
My boyfriend.
My best friend.
Boyfriend. They misspelled it. That's weird.
My roommate.
My roommate. They were roommates. Uno, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest.
I was so happy. I cried. But even then, somewhere inside me, I couldn't help thinking. Surely he doesn't really believe in me. Not completely.
Aww.
But I was wrong.
Okay, Uno, you see the fit. Like, I'm gonna cry.
As soon as my trial began, it was obvious that he had an absolute, unwavering belief in me.
Or a farming motherfucker. Or a fart. Look at him. With his freaking bandana waving in the wind.
It's pretty good. And in turn, I developed an absolute, unwavering belief in him. Since then, I came to realize, if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first.
What are you saying?
I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down.
Aww. Even though I'm a diva and a no good liar.
You're not like McGilded. I know that.
He wishes he was Piccolo. That DBZ?
That is DBZ, yes.
Oh, look at me, I'm so smart. Eh?
That's right! You're our friends, Ginny. Iris.
We know you better than you think. And we've come to the conclusion that you're somebody we can trust.
Yes.
That's really all we need to know.
Exactly.
Mr. Naraoto, Oh,
Oh.
oh. Defendant Gina Lestrade and her legal representative. Court proceedings are about to resume. Please head into the courtroom immediately.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Yes,
Knock off your nice moment and get in there.
Send the skulking brothers to jail.
I've been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time. So I knew only too well just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you.
Oh, I love Gina so much.
This is it at last. The final chapter, the final battle.
The final countdown.
Wish me luck, Susato-san. And I hope you're watching over me too, partner.
I don't know why it's flickering all
Oh,
and being all weird.
it's too intense.
17th of April. Wait. No, Susanna. She's fine. She just went home. Unless she died on the cruise, in which case, awkward. 17th of April, 1:41 p.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. I hereby call this court to order as we resume the trial of Miss Gina Lestrade. Lord Van Ziet, have you successfully subpoenaed the witness?
Subpoenaed.
Right, now I have to go here. Very good. The subpoena was delivered to the communication station where the man works immediately, my lord. However, the heavy rain has delayed the arrival of his carriage, it would seem.
I see. Wait, so are they bringing Eggert? They don't. Wait.
Yes.
Right, because the lady remembered that she worked. Okay. Is it subpoena? I don't know.
I've heard it pronounced both ways.
Subpoena. Subpoena. Then let us turn our attention to Inspector Gregson's presses of the case heard by the court this morning. The glaring omission of the third bullet in your report is a serious blunder, Inspector. Yes, I can only apologize, my lord. And although the defense's chemical analysis of the blood at the scene makes for a compelling argument, cannot permit such untried methods to be used as evidence in my courtroom.
It's a big mistake to cross Harley and me. A very big mistake.
Yeah, get him, Iris! My lord! The subpoena witness has just arrived in the building. I'm skipping over that word if it comes up again. Thank you, officer. Show him to the stand without delay. Ready to witness more not guilty verdicts, right? But I've been playing a lot of court games, so haven't I? I guess you have too, because you played Outlier as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
You recognize anyone in that game, or?
There's a whole clip of me recognizing somebody in that game, actually.
Brilliant.
Mr. Eggert Benedict. I didn't expect to be crossing paths with him again so soon. And certainly not like this.
Mr. Egg. Oh, look at them, like, their little blushing. And now Egg's here. This is brilliant. The best date ever. Welcome in, Aether, by the way.
Hello. Hello.
Girl B. Yeah, Girl B. Girl Boss. Jim changed my nickname in Discord to Girl B. Brilliant.
Wasn't her actual name like Olga? I think her name was
Yeah,
Olga.
but in the game, her name is Girl B. They do mention her name, but she's Girl B in the game. I guess because it'd be weird to only name the one child.
The only one that mattered, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you said it, not me. Thank you for shout out, and hello Cole and Sparkle, isn't it?
I don't know.
Hello. Oh my god, hi Jim! Fancy seeing you here.
Speaking of,
Her real name is Olga Nikolaevna. Wait, wasn't their last name like Romanov or something though? We wanted to keep who the family is a secret at first. Ah, okay, I see. I see you. Wait, so wasn't there like a thing with Anastasia? Like their youngest, they didn't confirm her death?
maybe? I think that's the plot of the plot of a movie at the very least.
That's what I was thinking. So did they... Was she included in the gunfire scene? Cause I'm gonna be honest, I didn't count all the kids in that scene.
1, 2, 3.
I was too busy, you know, thinking about how I voiced a character who died in the intro. There are rumors Anastasia survived. It's the plot of a classic movie, but historians believe that, yeah, she died. It would make the most sense, I think.
I think it would make more sense for Rasputin to arise from the grave with a bunch of like evil bug creatures to try and like thwart Anastasia or whatever happened to that movie. It's been a long time.
Is that what happened in the movie?
At least in the animated one. I don't know if there's a different one besides that.
I haven't seen the animated one. Interesting. Yeah, that does sound very plausible.
Yeah.
Thank you for complying with the court at such a short notice, sir.
All right, here we are. Very good. I have to be a little bit more pompous than that. There we are. But of course, my lord, as an upstanding member of London society, it is my pleasure to oblige.
Now, kindly state your name and occupation for the record.
Ashley Graydon, communications officer.
That's such a lame name compared to Eggert Benedict.
I'm sorry if it's a little too gray for you.
Boring!
Mr. Graydon and I both work at London Central Communications Station.
Now, perhaps somebody would kindly explain what all this is about. You were apprised of the situation by the court officer on your way here, I presume.
Oh, by the way, congrats on fully funding your Kickstarter, Jim.
Yeah, I saw that. It's very, very cool. Congratulations.
I'll look forward to the full game.
I'm looking forward to finding out who that woman at the end is all I'm saying.
She's so cute, isn't she?
Oh yeah,
And she was on the like title.
the
page.
Kickstarter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. Something to do with a murder that took place at a pawnbroker's at Baker Street. And some nonsense about me having been there on the night in question. That is the accusation, indeed. This really is beyond a joke, you know?
Very well. Without further delay, the court will hear your testimony now, Mr. Graydon. The pink-haired girl is the other protagonist, and thanks? Yeah, of course! I'm so excited! I'm so excited to hear how her voice is done.
Yeah.
You will respond to the accusation made against you under oath. Oh, you grooving!
Oh, gladly, my lord, gladly.
He grooving, okay!
Hit him with a shimmy, hit him with a shake.
The accusation.
Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbrokering during services from time to time. But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place on the night of the murder? I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation.
If he wants to, that would make our job easier though. Hee hee.
Even if certain parties were here present claim that my blood was found at the scene. Some Scaramouche detective's homebrewed tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence.
I thought of the one from Genshin. I'm cooked.
Scaramouche.
Excuse me. Hi, Four. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Peanuts? Huh?
Peanuts.
Beans? So, you deny the accusation completely, do you?
I must say, I am dismayed. For the highest court in the land to be swayed by the self-professed detective's toy. It was the will of the jury, and our great British justice system demands that the jury's will is upheld.
Or likes your voice for them.
Good, I'm glad.
Oh, what a classy gentleman.
But it would seem we have the misfortune of a most inept assembly of jurors today. But, by golly. How long am I expected to be detained here?
If, following the defense's cross-examination, your involvement in this matter has not been established, you will be free to leave immediately. If.
Good. Then I shall be away in time for afternoon tea. Some small consolation, at least.
Let us not hold up Mr. Graydon any longer than necessary, counsel. Proceed with the cross-examination. What's with all of these people being in a rush?
So, we meet again, Mr. Eggert Benedict. Or is it Mr. Graydon?
My apologies. You are...
Poor.
Reno Skinnaru Hodo, defense lawyer. We have met.
If you say so. Ashley Graydon, enchanté. So...
Whoa! The hat!
eh,
Is there an egg in it?
I trust we can conclude this quickly.
If he weren't such an asshole, he'd be hot.
But I'm not holding your flashy hat while we do.
Drop it. Drop it.
Step on it. Stomp
Yes.
it. Turn into a bowler hat.
Oh, he's staying hats off. Okay. The accusation.
Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbrokering in services from time to time.
Press.
Yes, we even met in the very pawnbrokery where the crime took place on the afternoon of the day in question. Though, of course, you introduced yourself by a different name at the time. It was Mr. Eggert Benedict, I believe. Tell me, what do you...
The witness is here to testify about events that took place that night.
Hi.
He is under no obligation to answer such unrelated questions.
Stay out, Van Zeeks. Let us get our information.
You can't be serious.
Thank you, because I certainly do not feel inclined to answer such an inappropriate question.
Weren't we just confirming that he was there earlier?
Inappropriate. You stole my hat.
He gave it to us.
So, he's going to be evasive, is he? In an effort to not give anything away.
I'm gonna sell his hat on eBay.
This could be tricky.
But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place on the night of the murder?
Hold it!
Have you seen these two men before?
This pair? No. I don't associate with criminals.
They're so cute though. Look at them with their little kawaii blush.
They're adorable. Said by a man who introduced himself as Eggert Benedict.
Oh, thank you for the like, Kairos. I appreciate it.
Thanks for stopping by.
That's a part of someone's personality. They're special. That man has no personality aside from being a pompous asshole, so I'm gonna sell his hat on eBay.
You right.
They're so derpy, aren't they? They're cute.
They're adorable.
I'd like to know who I have to thank for this. Who made this outlandish accusation against me? The young lawyer there in the black.
This is a farce. Your cat is a farce.
No! Trying to leave me. I'm sorry I moved. Just stay with me. Aren't I?
Maybe she would have stayed with you if you had a fancy hat.
Alright. No! She left.
Now you're hatless and catless.
Appreciate I'll be back after I break my fast. Is today? What's today? Why is everyone fasting? I know
I
Lent
could not tell you.
was already. Lent already happened, though, didn't it?
I couldn't tell you. Is it a Muslim practice? I don't know.
I know you give up something for Lent, but oh, is it Ramadan?
I'm agnostic at best. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, it is Ramadan. Okay. I see
Ramadan.
now. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know the logistics of it, but I do know that they fast. So enjoy your food, Kairos. Okay.
Whose idea was it to permit an outsider to work in a British court anyway?
Hey.
Well, needless to say, I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation.
You're gonna admit to that accusation whether you like it or not.
Where were you at around 1 in the morning on the night in question, sir?
Sleeping.
That is past the hour at which I would normally retire. Certainly. I was not in the company of these rapscallions.
You were able to prove that.
And I was sleeping?
Objection!
Listen carefully, my learned Nipponese friend. For you appear to be under a gross misapprehension at this point.
What do you mean?
The witness maintains he was not at the scene of the crime. He has no obligation to prove his absence. If your accusation is that the witness was present at the scene,
We need proof.
the obligation lies with you to prove your assertion.
God, he's so picky.
You will fulfill that obligation before putting any more unreasonable questions to the witness.
Okay! Slay!
A silent victory wiggle? Thanks.
I love them. I love his dance moves. I would love to party with this man. I like hats. They help me look presentable because I get a haircut every 6 months at most. I just use hats to keep the sun off me. It's brutal. Dang great, and at least add
powerful.
no racial to the end.
Oh my god.
Even if certain parties here present claim that my blood was found at the scene.
Blood was found at the scene of the crime. There's no question of that.
You think blood tastes different? Different blood types taste different?
As part vampire, probably. I totally know that information. Yeah, for sure.
There's- Maybe it's not a noticeable. Well, to mosquitoes, it tastes different. I know that much.
Yeah.
But to humans, what do you know your blood type?
I actually don't. I've tried a few times in the past to go and donate blood, but I was never able to because my BMI is too low. They're like, you
Yeah.
can't do that. You'll pass out. I'm like, I'd be fine.
Me too. Okay. I was just asking for research purposes. Anyways, go on.
Leave my blood out of this. Mr. Sholmes' chemical analysis has positively identified there's the substance as such.
But I am not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I? How can you be sure the blood is mine? It could equally be the blood of one of these two miscreants.
Yeah, every individual's blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. Mr. Sholmes' chemical is able to differentiate different blood samples by...
Spare me the science lesson.
He skipped it, not me.
Who is this Sholmes character anyway?
Research? Yeah, research. Anyone in chat know your blood type? Just asking. Just curious.
Oh, I assumed all Londoners would know the name. He's a great, a renowned detective.
So, even you are unable to bring yourself to say, great detective.
Oh, look at you, Jim and Dag. You're twinning. A B plus. Okay, okay. B plus like your GPA. Hey, that's a good GPA.
AB start.
What the that's super rare? Was it? I can't remember the rarest. Is O rare?
Oh,
O is
I'm pretty
rare.
sure O is the one that can like work for anybody. I could be wrong, but
Oh, AB is rare. Oh, okay. I'm
AB.
yelling me.
Papa.
Oh, is the common one? Oh, okay. I got it mixed up then. It's been a minute since I've been in school. I've been here for 0.2 seconds and don't trust anyone aside from the streamers in here. Everyone is a crime. Go to jail.
I feel like trusting the streamer specifically is like the problem.
Especially since I'm asking about all your blood types. For science!
Hello, Ducky.
Oh yeah, hi Ducky. Welcome to stream. Thank you for the care pack as well as Sparkles. Hydrate! Stretch!
Hydrate before you dihydrate.
What's the blood type that mosquitoes like hate the most? I think they hate O.
Oh no.
They do be untrustworthy. And no, I'm very trustworthy. This is just for science.
A great detective, you say? Now we're in the realm of fairy tales, are we?
Oh. I didn't let him. There we go.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Skulkin?
What? Me?
No, the Mr. Skulkin next to you.
Right, I've had enough to deal with this. How many times have I got to tell you?
Yes, I know. You're not Big Bruv Skulky. Mr. Nash Skulkin.
Hey, God blimey, Governor! You what?
Is it not the case that when Mr. Graydon just spoke, a thought went through your mind?
There are no thoughts in this head of mine.
You really shouldn't be so mean to yourself. Would you care to share that thought with the court?
Mosquitoes hate blood like mine because I got that stink. Uh-oh, stinky.
It is. Don't have stinky blood.
You should trust me, You should trust me instead I never do anything sus ever. Right.
Oh.
Flashbacks to the gummy worm conversation in Discord the other day.
Huh?
I think they were
What's wrong with gummy worms?
They made it sus. There's nothing wrong with them normally, but they made it sus.
I'll take your word for it.
Although that actually was pretty tame compared to the other things they've said. I don't know
That
what
makes it sound worse.
I don't know what to feel about that one dude's cheeks having a gravitational field all on their own.
They're adorable.
They are. Look at him. Me thoughts? I don't have none of them. It must have been him.
You what? Mr. Nash Skulkin, answer the question, please.
Name once I was sus. Hold on. We pull up the wall.
Oh, we're going to the
of shame.
logs.
Yeah.
We're going to the
Wall of
records.
shame. I don't have to actually I'd probably have to search for a bit because Olo and Aiko take up a good majority of this. How about Dank said I could be your short ride once. Is that
Only
one?
ones?
Anyways, that's the what is it? Most recent example I can find, but that wasn't very recent.
What went through your mind when Mr. Graydon just spoke?
Nothing. Honest, Gov, nothing. I was just thinking, if he waves his arms around like that much more, it'll open up the wound again, that's all.
Oh,
Wound, you say?
somebody's hiding a wound. What wound?
Where he took the bullet, of course. It was only 2 days ago. It ain't gonna be healed up yet. So I was, well, you know, I was worrying for him and... Oh, owl's bells!
Mr. Graydon, did you hear that?
Strip.
What? No, you harlot.
Your comrade is worried about you, it seems. On account of your injured arm.
My lord.
You're gonna have to take off your clothes so we can confirm the presence of a wound. Yes, Mr. Graydon?
I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about.
Certainly, I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations. We know that someone other than the victim was hit by a bullet at the scene of the crime 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, that person was likely hit in the upper arm or thereabouts.
Oh my god, is he that tall he has to crouch through the door?
I think it was on an upward angle, to be fair. Because if it was shot by Windabank, he was shorter, so.
These bitches gay, go for them!
Everybody in these games is gay as hell.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, you know, for shoot your shot to Graydon, Nash. I don't
I think they make a cute couple. You don't.
No. If he weren't a Papa Sassel, I'd ship him with myself, but... Cause he's got moves, you know?
Well, you're not gonna hit him with the I can fix him.
I don't know. Well, he is rich, so maybe I could try at least.
That's phenomenal. Perhaps you'd allow a court official to examine your arm, sir. The left arm that you're currently clasping with your right hand, as if in pain.
I could do it.
No, I refuse. You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves. Accordingly, I am not obliged to permit any such invasion of my privacy.
Turn up the heat. Maybe I'll start taking off his jacket.
Yeah, smoke him out.
Oh, and then Van Zieks would take off his too.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all this. I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokery where this fellow was killed whatsoever. I take offense at the insinuation that I was in any way involved.
You claim to have had nothing whatsoever to do with Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery?
My lord! The defense would like that last statement to be added to Mr. Graydon's formal testimony.
Very well, counsel. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Graydon. To be fair, I also didn't want to show people when I got stabbed, so I get this guy. You were stabbed? That sounds fucking terrifying.
Not so fun.
They just want Graydon and Van Zieks to have a collab. They can collab with me. I wouldn't mind
I was
that.
drinking my water.
I wouldn't mind collabing with them, you know? You misspelled
Yeah.
credit card. Hey yo. You know, just
The
a
bottom-
fun little collab. Innocent, very
Yes.
say so.
Yes, very friendly, with no clothes on. The bottom line is, I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokering established where the man was killed.
Man, I keep turning on my keyboard.
Hold it! Saying it's not so bad because only 2 were part of a mugging is very unhinged, yes.
Yes. What about the 3rd time?
It was an act of passion.
In the bedroom? Apparently that's a common thing. People getting choked and murdered by their partners.
Well, like knife play is a thing. I had a partner that was into that way back. That's a whole thing.
Huh?
I said it's a whole thing. I'm not getting into it. I'm just saying I'm aware of it. Leave me alone.
I'm scared. You guys are
Why are you scared? did I do?
Years of interest into some interesting stuff.
I never said I was about it.
Well, you had to
Reading my
find out
lines.
somehow, I'm sure.
They told me. I'm reading my line. Never had anything to do with it. You forget I was there, Mr. Graydon, on the very afternoon of the incident.
Obviously, I am not a complete stranger to the pawnbrokers. I'm currently on the lookout for an armchair to finish my study.
Objection!
No, you were there to redeem an article.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
Excuse me!
Yeah, the inspector was there that day. Do you have something to add, Inspector?
come again, sunshine?
You were there too, in fact, weren't you, Inspector? That afternoon.
Well, yes, I do remember meeting yourself and the pawnbrokers that afternoon. Self-stabbings happen kind of often, I find. One of my cooks tripped and stuck me with the sharp end of a filleting knife. Kitchen things understandable.
Still not fun.
Still not fun, indeed. The mugging sounds fucking traumatizing, though.
You, your young Japanese assistant, and the accused were all present, as I recall.
And at that time, this witness, Mr. Graydon, was trying to acquire a particular article.
Well now. I'm afraid I don't remember too clearly.
What?
What? But you must!
I'm not going to lie and pretend I remember something that I don't.
I think he's trying to cover for him.
What's going on here?
Gregsy showed us a picture before, didn't he? You know, from the cameras that Harley installed in Winterbanks.
Yes, of course.
Indeed. The gentleman pictured bears a striking resemblance to the witness, I must say.
Yes. Exactly, which proves that Mr. Graydon was in the shop on the afternoon in question.
Actually, that's 11 a.m.
That's not yet noon.
It's afternoon somewhere in the world.
At no point have I denied that fact. I merely entered the shop to peruse the articles on sale and have a word with the broker. Nothing more.
Gregson.
This makes no sense. I understand why Mr. Graydon might be trying to cover his tracks. But why would Gregson be trying to avoid giving testimony about what happened? That's all he's going to say on the matter, isn't it?
I mean, aside from my blood and a concussion, the mugger didn't get anything from me. 2 out of 10 would not recommend. Well, I'm glad that you're okay now.
I agree.
Where is it dude getting food in the courtroom? It's an infinite fish and chip supply.
It's just glued to his hand.
It's like it's a magic trick, you know? He's got a string of fish and chips in his sleeve.
What do you think, Bruno?
I think he has no intention of telling us anything. He's well aware that the less he says, the less chance he has of giving himself away.
The complete opposite of Harley, then. He seems to think that the more he says, the better.
Well, at least I managed to prize a little more information from these witnesses' lips. That's a hard thing. Witnesses. All thanks to the Skulkin brothers.
Yes, they were the key to it after all.
Yep, it's like automatically refilling strawberry crepe. You can get in France. This is not real. I wish.
That'd be awesome.
Kind of like the infinite skull supply. Indeed. Actually, skulls would be a little harder to hide in a sleeve.
Small bit. You just manifest them with Satan magic. So, he says he had nothing to do with Winterbanks. Well, we know that's not true.
Thank you for the lurk, Fang. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day.
Have fun, be safe.
Writing that down for another D&D item. What, infinite fish and chips? Or the skull supply.
Skull was for the Scuttle Throne.
Perhaps now would be a good time to have a proper look through the court record.
Did we get anything now?
Yeah.
We already examined this, right?
Yes.
His bullet.
Bullet. I don't think it does a whole lot for us.
This already, and we examined this because it turned green. And there's that. I think we examined everything. She's just reminding us.
Yeah.
Yes, both of them at the same time. That adds up to me. Maybe the crepes too. Man. I'd
I'm
kill
hungry.
for a good crepe. Yeah, right?
Good idea. You never know what tiny scrap of information could become a valuable weapon.
Right, so are we
Is it-
presenting something to him?
Is it the disc?
Yeah, I think so. But what would we say it on?
I think it would be this one.
Okay.
I am fine with that.
Objection.
Have you ever seen this disc before, Mr. Graydon?
Good night, love you. Okay. Sorry.
All good.
Why? Is it supposed to mean something?
It will when I shove it up. Never mind. Wait.
Well, that would be
Obviously,
wild
right?
to hear. You just like you say goodnight to one of your family members, then as you're walking away, you know, I'm gonna shove this up your.
That's exactly what happened. Guys, like, wait, I shouldn't say that.
Well, this disc was, until the day of his murder, in pawn in Mr. Windibank's shop. It was redeemed by the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, that afternoon. However, somebody mysteriously appeared to try to take it from her. And that somebody was you, of course. Wasn't it, Mr. Graydon?
As I have reiterated numerous times now, you are mistaken. That was not me.
I don't understand why Gina doesn't get a talk.
I have never seen that disc before in my life.
It may have escaped your notice, but there is a small smear of blood on the disc.
Sorry, okay. Ah, yes, resulting from an abrasion of the thumb, perhaps.
That's right. The surface of the disc is covered in hundreds of tiny metal bumps. In the skirmish to acquire the disc, the thumb of the person who tried to take it suffered minor lacerations.
You think it would have healed in 2 days?
It would be scabbed, I would think.
Show us your thumbs, Graydon.
Put up them grippers.
So, while the disc bears the remnants of that skirmish in the form of this smear of blood, the thumb of the person in question must bear the remnants also, in the form of a scratch.
Good gracious! Indeed, it must.
Mr. Graydon,
Show me your hands.
put him up.
Show me your hand. Show me.
You refused to allow a court officer to examine your arm before. Are you now going to refuse to allow us to examine your thumb? Because I have no doubt that it bears a small scratch consistent with the smear of blood on this disc.
Oh god, the judge has a toupee. It works for him though, okay?
He's old, it's okay.
Well, well.
Oh, he's wearing gloves.
It would seem I underestimated you.
What is the meaning of this?
So you admit it now.
All the hair from his head went to his beard.
You admit you have a scratch on your thumb from when you attempted to take the disc from the defendant.
Show us your hands. I can help you take off those gloves if you need.
Oh yeah.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Graydon? Sorry, what'd you say?
I said I'll borrow one.
It would appear there has been something of a misunderstanding here. I did not attempt to take the disc, as you put it. No, quite the reverse.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, it's really quite simple, Lucy. The disc was mine from the outset. Is there some crime in taking an item that you own out of pawn?
What?
It would seem, Mr. Graydon, that in this piece of evidence, My learned friend has established a link between yourself and the incident.
Did the strange man just try to dazzle me like a bird? What just happened? Those are his moves. It works on me, at least.
Accordingly, you will tell the court everything you know about this disc now.
That's a fact, though. If you have a good full beard early, you will lose your hair earlier. Really? That's an actual fact?
Unfortunate.
Interesting. So if you don't grow the beard full, do you maintain your hair longer? I guess that'd be hard to test, huh?
As you wish. Though I'm quite sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with the pawnbroker's murder.
Witness testimony!
Testimony. The disc.
There's a note on the disc saying, "For McGilded," but the item belongs to me. The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day in question.
It's more of if you can grow a beard rather than if you do grow one. Fortunate.
I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night.
Did I hear you correctly, sir? McGilded, you say? The famous London philanthropist. Who perished in this very courtroom 2 months ago after being acquitted of a distinctly messy murder?
Yes, my lord. The one and the same.
Good lord! Mr. Graydon! Are you saying that Mr. McGilded and yourself were acquainted?
Yes, that's correct.
Of course they are. Look at him. Order! Well, I certainly didn't expect to hear that name uttered here in my courtroom again. Rich people knowing one another? It can't be possible, right?
According to what Gina told us, this disc was placed in pawn on that fateful night 2 months ago. McGilded himself gave instructions to deposit it at Windibanks.
It's funny that Mr. Graydon here is claiming the disc belongs to him then, isn't it?
In all likelihood, he's lying. So he appeared that afternoon at Windibanks in order to get his hand on McGilded's disc for some reason.
The tiny dude needs a crate to step on. It's interesting because she doesn't have a crate.
Just built different.
Yeah, for real. Counsel, you will commence your cross-examination, please. I'm ready.
Why are so ready?
The desk.
There's a note on the disc saying, "For McGilded," but the item belongs to me.
He's taller, that's why. They seem... Well, maybe his table's lower? I don't know.
Oh. Would you care to explain how this belongs to you?
Inheritance. I think they're related.
As you will observe, a communications officer such as myself commands a fine salary.
I wish I could go back and watch him do that again. Seeing him do it without the hat is funny. You are certainly exquisitely dressed, sir. I think we should give this short dude a pair of really tall platform heels. I think he could rock them. I think so
I think
too.
so too.
Jinx, you owe me $20.
Jinx, knock on wood, you owe me a soda.
So you see, I have little need to make use of the services provided by the pawnbrokery trade. However, I did once find myself in difficulties having misplaced my purse whilst on an errand. Which is why I pawned my fine black overcoat to the broker in question.
I'm sorry, what?
He's saying, I have money, but I normally don't use pawnbrokers. However, because I lost my wallet, I needed to use them one day. Even though he said he was kind of on the lookout for a new armchair at a pawnbroker's, but whatever.
Yeah.
You claim that was your overcoat?
Obviously. And in my haste, I clean forgot
It doesn't fit.
that the music box disc was in its pocket. And yet there is a note on it that reads, "For McGilded." I am a collector of rare and unusual music box music. I first met Mr. McGilded at a gentleman's club in the city, and was interested to discover.
Isn't a gentleman's club a strip club?
In like modern terms, yes. I don't know if it was back then though.
Fun fact, I accidentally applied for one to work at one as a bartender.
I mean, like bartending at one doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world.
I didn't know it was a strip club though.
Yeah, that would likely be something you would want to know in advance.
Because a gentleman's club? Yeah, I was looking for jobs and they posted about needing a bartender and not needing prior experience, and I was like, oh, that sounds like it'd be fun. I wanted to give it a try, so I applied, and they reached out and were like asking about interview stuff. But then I told my dad, I was like, oh yeah, I applied to work at this like gentleman's club down the road, and he's like, do you know what a gentleman's club is? And I was like, no, it's
for fancy people, right?
It's just a club, right, or something. And he's like, no, it's a strip club. And I was like, oh, no wonder. It might not have been my dad. It might have been like a friend, but regardless, I didn't know. I didn't even know they were like in my area. I thought those were only in Vegas.
No, they're all over the place.
I had no idea.
I think they can't really advertise a lot because of, but
I had no idea they were. I thought it was only legal in Vegas.
nope.
That he shared my penchant in that area.
So, the disc in question.
It's a pre-production sample. I promised to let Mr. McGilded hear it. But then you forgot that it was in the pocket of the overcoat you were forced to pawn. Yes, exactly.
Gina didn't mention any of that in her testimony 2 months ago, did she?
Because he's lying. No, because McGilded had threatened her to keep her mouth shut. Which means that if we dig too deeply here, it's going to expose Gina's perjury.
Oh dear. This is complicated, isn't it?
What if it was Smosh Gentlemen's Club, like the overly unhinged individuals that dress up in fancy tuxedos and bring up or down the mood with every word they say? What?
I didn't know that was a thing.
And yeah, I had no idea that was a thing. Huh? What you're describing kind of reminds me of like a maid cafe, maybe, but for gentlemen. I guess
Sounds like a host club.
Yeah, exactly that. I worked in the kitchen of a strip club for a month some times ago. It's kind of a sad place to work, I'm not gonna lie.
Really? I think I wouldn't be. I can see myself working at a strip club. I don't think that would be the worst experience in the world.
Well, I think you'd get like a lot of lonely, sad men.
I guess. Or people cheating on their wives, I guess. I don't know.
Or I've heard the stripper industry can be kind of brutal.
Yeah, probably.
Like the girls being mean and stuff. The girls and whatnot are great, but you end up serving a lot of really lonely dudes. Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
The tips might be nice though.
I don't think
a cigar bar.
I don't think the cooks are getting the tips there at a strip club. I'm gonna be honest with you.
When I worked in food service, like the servers and everyone had to share tips with all staff, so kitchen staff included.
I guess, but does that apply at a strip club? Like, did the the dancers have to share theirs? I don't think so.
No,
that
I don't
feels
think
wrong.
The dancers. Well, the dancers probably have to pay a commission fee for working there in the first place. But
Maybe?
I don't know. That's what I'd assume. Like hairstylists have to pay a fee to work there.
They do? That seems wild.
If they work in like if they're like working in a building with other hairstylists, I think they have to pay someone like a building owner or something.
That's weird. They're not like employees, they're like independent contractors. That's so weird.
Still better than AI girlfriends. Hey, those AI girlfriends allow me to talk to Zay outside of stream. Ah! Imagine.
That'd be wild. How would you even react to that if somebody told you, like, "Hey, I had an AI built off of your personality"? It's like, oh.
First off, I'd be like, why? Just you messaged me in Discord. Hello. First of all, I guess if you're trying to flirt though, then yeah, don't message me on Discord.
Wait, keep the bread away from me. Don't.
There's no escaping it. I'm sorry.
I guess so.
The Gentleman Club clientele is the lonely guys that are always there, or a group of young guys for a party or something like that. That's what I think too. Wait, you have a Discord? Yeah, believe it or not. Exclamation point Discord.
Yeah, I get reminded of its existence in DMs every week.
Do you?
Yes, because you message me like, but to join the call, even though I'm actively talking to you in chat, waiting for you to be ready. Let's leave it alone for the time being.
The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gotterling, on the day in question.
Hold it!
So you're saying that Miss Lestrade lifted the ticket from your pocket or bag?
That's right. Despite being mindful of danger when walking in the insalubrious areas her kind frequent.
Objection!
Insalubrious? I can't remember the word.
Miss Lestrade did no such thing.
Well, of course you would take that stance, but the girl is a regular offender.
Well, time to join. I'll join immediately. Discord. What's that? A friend of mine actually did know someone who made an AI of her. Real creepy. She stopped talking to that friend after, and I don't know what happened to that AI. Hoping it gets euthanized. That's That's scary.
That's so creepy. Did the person who made it like voluntarily offer up that information? It's like, Teehee, by the way, I like you a lot. I made an AI of you. I hope you'll find that sweet and endearing. No.
They might have just thought it was like a cool thing, but yeah, that if someone made an AI of me, I'd be like, first off, why? Second off, like, why? And third off, take it down.
Kill it. I don't want it to exist anymore.
Only one I flirt with rhymes with pank dick. Okay. Maybe my opinion is a bit skewed given I went from my restaurant to a tiny strip club kitchen, but I don't know, I feel like a lot of folks who went to them weren't really there for a good time. Really?
Are you saying they would just go there just to be sad? There's way cheaper ways to go somewhere and be sad.
I mean, I've heard some of them use them as therapists a bit.
Go to therapy.
Like try to build a relationship with them. I don't know.
Don't build a relationship with your therapist.
No, with the strippers.
I know, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm being a shitter.
You know, a lot of them seemingly went to find some sort of non-existent connection rather than therapy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They go to escape.
Like, get a hobby. Like, meet people. Like, do
They're
something.
meeting people, technically.
Well, you're not meeting the people. You're meeting a stripper. I'm not saying strippers aren't people, but I'm saying that when they're working, they're not like being their authentic selves. They're doing a job.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I flirt with is death because every time I go on the highway in my state to go to a doctor's appointment, I have to pass drivers that are going between lanes at 75 miles per hour. 75 is actually pretty tame, or at least maybe I'm just like...
It's not. Every time I've had to drive through like the Philadelphia area, it's so disorienting. It'll be a 50, people are going 85. And I'm like,
Yeah.
calm down.
Exactly.
Like, you're going around a turn. This area is very hilly. You're gonna like rocket off the side like Team Rocket and blast off again. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, compared to the people going like 90 in my area, like 75 isn't.
That isn't what I said. Don't quote me. Don't quote me saying that. I clarified my meaning.
I've seen Yellow's highways. Why do you have like 16 damn lanes? For those people that want to go 95 on them. 90 and a 50, I would never. Well, they go like 80 and a 50, really.
That's not much better. Anything like 10 to 15 over is getting egregious. Like, I can accept somebody going like 60 and a 50, 65 and a 50. That's whatever. That's fine. Like, going 70 plus is starting to push it. 80 is well over. You came to the pawnbrokery that day prepared with all the information you needed to identify the defendant. You were looking for her. That's what brought you to Windibanks. To get your hands on Mr. McGilded's disc.
Objection!
My learned friend is a veritable font of nonsense.
Nonsense?
I concur with the prosecution. Counsel, you will refrain from conjecturing in this way. Is that clear?
We have proof!
Yes, my lord.
Then I will continue with my testimony for what possible use it can be.
In Yeehaw land, the speed limit is 65, so everyone drives 75 or more, really? Yeah. Yeah, it's like that where I am too. Ice skate is nothing but pickup trucks and tractor trailers going 85 miles per hour. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I proceeded at once to shop. Oh, yes, continue. No, you go.
I was just reading. Meanwhile, German highways forgo the speed limit entirely. Just gun it. If we get there alive, that's good news, Germany, for some reason.
Survival of the fittest, one might say.
Whoever 70 on a dirt road now that. Oh. Oh,
Like,
70 on a
you're just
dirt
gonna-
road. You like. Okay. No,
Well,
I
you're
hate
just
that.
gonna like, you're gonna kill your shocks. That's gonna be such a rough ride.
I hate driving on like dirt roads and things that aren't asphalt. I will not calm down, get out of the left lane. No, I will slow you down from the left lane. I'm just kidding. I don't do that because that's dangerous.
Yes.
Okay, no, go.
Why, thank you. I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article.
Why are you Raz? Well, no, I might have to go back.
Hold it!
Had you ever been to Windibanks before?
Only once, for the purposes of pawning something. But, like many, I enjoy browsing in such establishments. So when you noticed that the pickpocket had taken your ticket, you chased after her. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. I didn't notice at first, of course, such as the art of a pick purse. But when I did, I headed to the pawnbrokery at once, in order to reclaim my coat before the thief could. I was merely trying to recover what was rightfully mine in the first place.
Ah, he can say what he likes because he knows we have no evidence to contradict him on this.
In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police.
Hold it!
Gregson, you want to add to that?
Yes, it was taken by Inspector Gregson here, wasn't it?
That's right. This was the very man. Apparently, the police are collecting anything that has a connection to Mr. McGilded as evidence.
Excuse me!
Oh.
Is something wrong, Inspector?
Well, what do you mean?
The last remark Mr. Graydon made in his testimony seemed to trouble you in some way.
Eh? No. No, it didn't. It's nothing. Leave me alone. Leave it alone.
Well, let me ask you this, Inspector. Why is Scotland Yard gathering Mr. McGilded's possessions?
Classified. I can't tell you something like that, Sunshine.
What is it, Inspector? Investigative secrets?
Yes, exactly. You should know all about that.
Magnus McGilded, who died so unexpectedly after his trial 2 months ago. A man renowned throughout the capital for his great contributions to public life. Yet he had a dark side, too.
Where are you going with this, Van Zeeks?
I suppose the police are dealing with the aftermath of his nefarious activities, aren't they?
That's enough. Coppers like me have duties to carry out that we're not at liberty to talk about. That's all you need to know.
Duties conferred by Lord Strongheart, I presume. The Lord Chief Justice appears to have great faith in you, Inspector.
Ooh. The bottom line is, if you want to get more out of me, you're gonna need Lord Strongheart's paw print first. Isn't Gregson more like the dog here?
Yup. What's all this about? It's like there's something going on between Gregson and Lord Van Zeeks here.
A hot, steamy romance, potentially? And enemies to lovers?
Van Zeeks is hungry. He wants some of the chips.
Well, it would appear that the inspector has revealed all he is at liberty to reveal. Mr. Graydon, let us return to your testimony.
Gladly, my lord. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night.
Hold it!
But perhaps you'd seen something of value among the forfeited items.
No, not at all.
And he's rich enough to afford it anyways.
Oh,
A valuer was brought in by the police to assess everything in the shop. Without exception, every article on the shelves was common or garden bric-a-brac.
in that case, it's clear that you broke into the shop later that day in order to recover Mr. McGilded's disc.
It was taken by the police, hello?
Have you not been listening, man? Even if I had wanted to recover the disc, you may recall that it had been seized by the police that afternoon. It was no more in the shop that night than I. As I keep saying, I simply had no reason to break in.
Maybe he broke in to kidnap Gina.
There was a second disc that was mentioned, I thought.
Was
There was something in a box, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So, there was nothing of McGilded's left in the shop that night. Nothing this man might have been after. I wonder if that's really true.
Maybe because he took it.
Bruno, if you have some evidence, then let him have it. I'm dying to see that irritatingly assured expression of his crumble.
Completely understandable.
McGilded slipped the disc into his coat pocket and had it deposited at Windibank's. Then, when he realized he was going to be arrested on suspicion of the omnibus murder, he threatened Gina and forced her to take the redemption ticket.
There's no doubt about it. That witness is lying through his pearly white teeth.
The police were obviously after anything left behind by McGilded as well. That's why Inspector Gregson ended up taking the disc into custody that day.
But Gregsy's being strange about all this.
There must be a reason for that, I'm sure. I just don't know what it is. For now, I need to focus on exposing the fact that Mr. Graydon is lying in his testimony. Do we have anything that references the box?
I don't think so, but we have something that had Gina drawn on it, I think.
Yeah.
That cat.
Meow meow meow.
It wasn't the two. What was it? Do we have whatever it was? That's also the cat.
Go back to the first one again. No, it wasn't that. Huh. Secrets.
Hmm?
Da-da-da-da.
See, map. I thought it was one of the tickets, but maybe I was wrong.
Either that or it didn't get put into evidence. Baskervilles.
Cat, meow. Thank you for the hydrate thing.
Meow, meow. There was something that mentioned that there was another item.
Hmm?
There was another item. There was something that mentioned it. I just don't remember when it came up. It's been a few weeks.
This is one small box.
Yeah.
Hmm. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, we can try and present that on the last line? Question mark?
Okay, I think that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Objection!
Yeah. This disc was deposited at Windibanks on Magnus McGilden's instructions. You knew that, and you went there with the intention of obtaining it for yourself.
I should now enjoy stream. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, Dank. I appreciate it. Have a good sleep. Good night.
Have a good night. Have fun, be safe.
Objection!
Conjecture again, and in any case, the disc was taken into custody by the police that afternoon. The witness had no reason to visit the pawnbrokery again that night.
Objection!
Sorry, my learned friend, but that's not true.
Okay, hit him with it, Uno.
What?
Mr. McGilded had another article in pawn at Windibanks. As this second pawnbroker's ticket proves. There were two articles belonging to Mr. McGilded in Windibanks pawnbrokery. And the reason you broke into the shop that night was to recover the second one. Together with your two accomplices, the Skulkin brothers.
This is the second ticket, is it?
And what had the man deposited?
The article description reads, one small box.
A rather vague description, it seems to me. Has Uno not had a glass of water or some drink this entire case? He doesn't need it. He thirsts for justice.
True.
Are you suggesting that I broke into the pawnbrokery with these clowns in order to steal some trinket box?
Yep.
I believe there are adequate grounds to suspect that you did.
This is absurd. Why on earth would I do such a thing? Once the article had been forfeited, I could simply walk into the shop and purchase it. There would be absolutely no need for me to resort to theft.
That's a good point.
Indeed. The witness makes a solid argument. Unless it was food and it was gonna spoil.
So that means that for some reason, this Graydon fellow needed the small box that very night, does it?
Objection!
It's time to put an end to this nonsense, my lord.
Could you be a little less cryptic, Lord Van Ziegs? He has to be dramatic.
I do hate to ruin my learned friend's argument, but the truth is quite incontrovertible. On the night in question, no small box was taken from Winterbank's pawnbrokery. And rest assured, the prosecution can prove it.
What?
You have a picture?
Good gracious.
Inspector, show the photographic prints to the court, if you please.
Yes, sir.
What prince?
You guys should just give us the stuff straight up. These prints were taken from one of the detective's security cameras.
Ah, Hallie's red-handed recorders again.
As previously explained using this plan of the shop layout, the victim's establishment was furnished with automatic cameras in 2 locations. One was set to capture the counter where Mr. Winterbank received his customers, and the other was set to capture the shelves on which articles were placed for sale once forfeited.
According to the information on this ticket, the gilded small box had been forfeited already. 2 days before the incident, at 9 p.m. on 13th of April to be precise. Which means it would have been on the shelves of the forfeited items in the front shop. Now, what I have here is a print taken by one of the cameras about 2 hours before the incident. That's at 11 p.m. on 15th of April. The victim certainly had a very full shop, it would appear. Oh, there's a box. Very
That
blue.
box.
And then here we have another print. It's still there. This one was taken about 2 hours after the incident. I see. So we have 2 pictures to compare. Alright, spot the difference.
Oh, we're gonna have to do the fucking stereoscope shit again to be like, well, this one's kind of slightly shifted in place, actually.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there is a difference at all. I mean, they
can't
made
tell.
that blue box kind of prominent, didn't they? One says
Yup.
11, the other says 2? Exactly.
You're so right.
Though I must say that placing them side by side leaves me cold. Dear me, that's starting to make my head ache. Obviously, at Scotland Yard, we considered theft as one of the possible motives in this case. We explored the possibility that something had been taken in addition to the victim's life. So your men have already compared these 2 prints thoroughly, Inspector? Yes, sir. We counted every single item in each of these 2 photographic prints. And the Yard's conclusion is that exactly the same number are present in both. Okay, time for me to Eves, because it's long and early day tomorrow. Have fun phoenixing. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, Sparkles. I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
night. Sleep well.
In other words, nothing was taken from the pawnbrokery on the night in question. And my learned friend's assertion is nothing more than a hopeful fantasy.
Ah! I don't believe it. If I could have just shown that he'd stolen McGilda's pawned box, I might have been able to break him down at last.
I love his little victory wiggles.
You know what, Runo? I've been thinking. I wonder if these 2 photographs are really are exactly the same.
Stereoscope, now. What?
So, counsel, in light of the evidence put forward by the prosecution, what is your position? It seems that, in fact, on the night in question, nothing was stolen from the victim's establishment. Do you accept the prosecution's assertion?
I don't know. Could there be some hidden discrepancy in these two photographic prints somewhere? I would say to use a piece of evidence, because we gotta use the stereoscope, I think.
Oh, smart. I forgot they gave us that.
Yeah. Before I give my answer, my lord, I'd like to try something if I may.
Try something? What do you mean, counsel?
I'll need to use a certain piece of evidence from the court record to identify the discrepancy.
I'm not entirely sure I follow. Which piece of evidence do you intend to use to help you to identify a discrepancy between the two prints? The bullet!
Stereoscope. Gun.
Take that!
That was a stereoscope, right? Okay.
I'd like to use this device, my lord, to view the two prints stereoscopically. Ooh! Yes, you've caught the bug at last. You can't resist it, can you?
Armband, you're right. Hey, did you know I'm a lawyer?
You've got the cross-eyed compulsion. Juror number 3. What a surprise.
Come on, Bruno. Let's put the pictures in place and see what this wonderful contraption shows us. There we go. Now, look through the eyepiece.
Wow, 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 wow.
What? Wow. The stereoscope's really something. It highlights one particular item.
I wasn't sure at first, but there is a clear discrepancy between these two prints.
What?
I'm not sure. You know, they didn't highlight it enough for me. You must identify the location in question for the court's counsel. Indicate the precise location of the discrepancy of which is. They're really asking me when they highlight it like that?
I don't know. It's the horse, I think.
Why would they ask you this when they literally highlight it for you? Never.
Take that!
Granted, these two prints are almost identical. However, there is one minor discrepancy between them.
What? Whoa, Gregson.
When you view the two pictures stereoscopically,
This one's highlighted in white.
a single area stands out as being different. The location of this small box.
Let me.
Ooh.
Wait. Unbelievable.
He looks so silly.
A little bit. Still looking at it.
By Jove, you're right. How extraordinary.
They're all cross-eyed.
Wait.
What this tells us is very simple.
Oh, hold on. My audio just got weird.
Mr. McGillicud's small box was indeed not stolen from Windibanks on the night in question.
It was open?
However, there can be no doubt that somebody picked up this particular box and then returned it to its place on the shelves.
Are you suggesting that the small box originally deposited by Mr. McGilded is in fact...
Yes, the very same small box I just identified in those photographic prints.
Objection!
Look at this gizmo.
Mindless guesswork. What if it was? So a box was moved on the shelf. Nothing was stolen. Which means quite simply that nothing was changed.
That may be true, but... All right, McGilded's box wasn't stolen then,
The contents were?
but doesn't the fact that it was moved like that change things?
Changes everything?
Yeah. I believe this changes everything about the case.
How can that possibly be?
The crucial point is the fact that what was moved was a small box. In other words, we have to consider what might have been inside that box.
What are you suggesting?
Oh my god, do we need to spell it out for you, Van Zeeks?
Yeah.
Zeeks, a move is a change, right?
I'm suggesting that we need to examine that box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves at Windibanks as we speak.
Objection!
That won't be necessary.
Do you have it here, Van Zeeks?
Some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago can't possibly be relevant to this trial.
The court does not uphold your objection, Lord Van Zeeks. Bailiff, arrange for an officer to go to Baker Street at once. Yeah, eat it, Zeeks! Obtain the small box in question and bring it back here for further examination. Eat it!
Yeah, object to that, dumbass.
Not the slow zoom in on him.
And on him.
Oh.
That one lingered a long time.
We should have a report within half an hour. I think perhaps we should recess for a short while until the evidence is brought forth. Man, we're doing a lot of recesses.
To be hoodwinked by such a farce. Disappointing.
I beg your pardon, Lord Van Zeeks.
This is nothing but a smokescreen. A Nipponese specialty, it would seem.
What are you trying to say?
My learned friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning. That this witness's intent was to steal an article belonging to Mr. McGilded from the pawnbrokery. Yet common sense tells us that none of the articles have value enough to be worth stealing in the first place.
But did you look in the box, my guy? I don't think so.
Exactly. It would be beyond absurd to break into a place for the purpose of stealing such commonplace property.
You didn't steal it though. You stole the contents. Oh my god.
If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago, immediately after the conclusion of this trial. A trial in which he was found not guilty.
You would be broken records to quote Brad Pitt's "What's in the box?"
What's in the box?
A trial in which it was established he was the upstanding member of society his reputation implied, in fact. So I propose a toast to my learned friend and his most insightful defense.
He does a lot of toasts for us.
Yeah.
The articles that this upstanding member of society pawned were entirely ordinary. A black overcoat that just happened to have a music box disc in one of its pockets, and a small box. I assure you, I wouldn't accept even if the man tried to make a gift of such things to me.
Well,
You know, that does make rather a lot of sense. It's not as if it was gold or jewels, is it? Though goodness knows Mr. McGilded was rich enough. But you can't deposit cash at a pawnbroker.
the prosecution's argument is undeniably compelling.
It is the incumbent on the defense now to bolster its argument.
He sniffed it once and threw it.
To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles pawned by this fine citizen could have.
Well, counsel, is your argument in fact demonstrable? Demonstrable? Are you able to show proof that the disc or the box are in any tangible way related to this case?
I don't know.
Are we?
I don't know. Well,
What's the matter, Bruno? We know that they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence.
Yes, of course. You and I both know that. We know McGilded's true character, and we know the disc is significant, even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we'll have to acknowledge that McGilded's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. That the defense's argument was flawed, based on false information.
Oh no!
And that would mean admitting that Gina committed perjury.
But Ginny...
Could it be that Van Zieks knows? Is that why he's doing this now? Because he anticipated everything.
He's playing 4D chess?
He's too good.
But maybe... This could be a great opportunity for us.
Sorry? What do you mean, Iris?
Well, what is it that you always say, Bruno? Sooner or later, the truth comes out. Every time.
All right. The exact significance of the things that McGilda deposited at Mr. Windibank's is something that only Gina can explain to the court. But if I put her on the stand to testify about that, it could critically damage our chances of winning this case. What's the right thing to do here? The truth always comes out.
The right thing to do is save.
You so right. Hey, the truth always comes out sooner or later.
Yeah, we're gonna have her testify, of course.
My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal.
Oh? What proposal, counsel?
While the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGilded's small box, I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand.
The defendant? To what end?
It's to do with the various articles deposited at Mr. Windibank's, at Windibank's by Mr. McGilded, my lord.
Armband. You're right.
Ben. Miss Lestrade has information relating to them. I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. It will prove the significance of the articles in question once and for all.
Well, well. Things are becoming interesting. I presume you've considered the implications of the testimony you're proposing. In particular, the impact it will have on the accused's standing, and indeed your own.
He knows.
I have.
Lord Van Zieks, would you care to explain that last remark?
No.
No.
The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal. I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witness and hear from the accused herself.
Very well, if you have no objection. So, the court will now hear the testimony of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. Your witnesses currently in the stand may step down until further notice. Ooh. Oh.
Then I shall bid you good day.
Really is like a bird.
Wait. You, sir, shall remain in the stand while Miss Lestrade testifies. As you wish.
All right then, Gina. It's time. I know this will be hard, but please, put your faith in me here.
Good luck, Bruno.
Gonna need a lot more than luck. The articles that Mr. McGilded had deposited in Windibank's pawnbrokery are intimately related with the omnibus case, the trial of which was heard in this courtroom 2 months ago.
Yes, and I remember this young lady being brought before me in that trial as well.
That's right, my lord. Her testimony helped to establish the innocence of the defendant, Mr. McGilded.
The omnibus case was intriguing, to say the least. And now here we all are again. The same players in that trial facing each other once more. A twist of fate, perhaps, my Nipponese friend.
Oh, thank you for the lurk, Ellington. I appreciate you dropping by.
Nice.
Give a shout out before you go.
That's not my neighbor.
Allow me to recap the events of 2 months ago.
I can't remember what that is. That the game with where you do the doorstop, or is that the game where you try to break into your neighbor's house?
I believe that's the doorstop, where you're the doorman or whatever.
Oh. That's not my neighbor. Is it when you're trying to break into your neighbor's house? For some reason?
I can't remember I know the one you're talking about. I can't remember the name of that one, though.
But that's not it.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Just got back from helping a friend move, so I'm putting you up on my PC and going to take a fatty nap. Well, I appreciate that. Have the fattest nap in the world.
Nice. An old brickmaker was stabbed to death in an omnibus running along London's winter streets. Apart from the victim, there was only one other person in the carriage, Mr. McGilded.
That's not my neighbor is doorman?
Yeah,
It's hello neighbor, you're thinking. Damn, too many neighbors.
neighbor.
Thanks for correcting me.
Naturally, he was the prime suspect for the murder.
Oh, freaks. True. Anyway, yeah, thank you for dropping by. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it.
Yee.
Bye.
Sweet dreams.
But as the trial progressed, another possibility emerged. That the murder, in fact, took place above the defendant's head on the roof deck, with the body then being dropped through the skylight into the carriage below. It was Miss Lestrade whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Miss Lestrade was concealed under a seat in the carriage, hoping to pick the pockets of unsuspecting passengers. And then, immediately after the trial, having been acquitted of the murder, Mr. McGilded died in this very courtroom, in the most extraordinary of circumstances.
Well, Lord Renzik was there. What a coincidence.
Teehee.
A mystery that remains unsolved even now, 2 months on. As indeed does the omnibus murder itself.
Be that as it may, I recall neither the disc nor this small box being mentioned in the course of those proceedings.
Miss Lestrade. Would you tell the court now, please, what really happened in the omnibus 2 months ago, I mean?
What's the punishment for perjury?
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean. I already said all of what I know.
And what about everything you told us yesterday from inside your prison cell? Please, Miss Lestrade. This is extremely important.
But
Remember, little girl. If it transpires that you willfully withheld information in the trial 2 months ago, the Home Office will seek to prosecute you for perjury. And naturally, you will lose all credibility as a witness. Although, let's face facts. You have little credibility to lose.
Jenny, don't listen to him. Please, You have to trust Bruno now.
Iris?
We're on your side!
Alright then. I'll talk.
It's the right choice, Gina.
Well, it would seem that my learned friend is hellbent on bringing the entire courtroom down around his ears. So be it.
I must confess that I'm struggling to understand what on earth is happening here. However, it would appear that Mr. McGilden's pawned articles in that extraordinary case of the omnibus harbor secrets of which we have been hitherto unaware. So, Mr. Strahd, you will now give your testimony before the court about the events of 2 months ago. You will reveal the truth, a commodity sorely lacking in your original statements.
This is it then. Everything's going to come out. Like Van Ziek said, this could bring the whole courtroom down about my ears. But I'm a lawyer. I'm prepared to take that risk.
The power of our armband. The real truth of the omnibus case.
Oui.
Truth is that Brickmaker Cove was in the cabin of the omnibus the whole time. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw that disc on the floor. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over me head, and that pair on the roof deck went off to call the slops. That's when McGilded slipped the driver some tin to do a run to the pawn shop roundabout. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to no one about what I'd seen or heard. Good grief, this is outrageous. What you've just told the court bears almost no resemblance to your testimony 2 months ago.
As you say, my lord.
Then there's every chance I may have adjudicated an error in McGilded's trial. It sounds very much to me as if the man deliberately deceived his court in an effort to cover up the most wicked of schemes.
Without doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in this courtroom 2 months ago. The actions of the accused in that trial, of this witness, and of my learned friend are entirely inexcusable.
I don't believe it. The whole trial was a farce. It was all lies. That McGilded fellow was rotten to the core, just like that pickpocket. Don't forget that lawyer from the East. They were all in on it together.
You're wrong! The lot of ya! Mr. Minara Odo, the lawyer there, he didn't know nothing about it.
Humbug.
I don't think so. Are we really expected to believe that?
He really stitched everyone up, didn't he? What an operation to get the man off scot-free!
Unforgivable! Stop! The lies have to stop! Stop!
Yes, the defense made a terrible error of judgment. I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever consequences are deemed appropriate. However, it's imperative that the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony. Because the true significance of McGilled's pawned articles must be brought to light.
Very well, my learned student friend. Given the depths of calamity you have just plunged yourself into, this may well be worth hearing.
Words fail me. This situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Norihiro,
Yes, my lord.
I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial.
Of course, my lord.
Fly mean, Mr. Nara Odo. Now, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. The real truth of the omnibus case. Truth is that Brickmaker Cove was in the cabin of the omnibus the whole time.
Hold it!
And you were hiding in the cabin at the time as well, weren't you, Miss Lestrade? If I remember rightly, in the storage compartment underneath one of the seats.
Yeah, that's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can't see nothing at all. Now, in your testimony 2 months ago, I feel certain that you claimed Mr. McGilded was the sole passenger, did you not?
False testimony, my lord.
That's what he told me I had to say.
But it's important that you tell us the truth now. Were Mr. McGilded and the victim acquaintances?
I don't know. But I did hear him talking a lot.
What were they talking about?
Well, I couldn't hear too well. But if I had to say, I think it was about money or something. They kept talking about buying and not buying. Perhaps business dealings of some kind. Well, anyway, they got louder and louder. It started to sound like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. I hardly dared to breathe. And then, all of a sudden, I heard a noise like someone keeling over on the floor. It was blowing loud and all. And I believe you let out an involuntary scream? Yeah. That's what gave me away. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw that disc on the floor.
Hold it!
Was the disc you saw this disc?
Yeah, I reckon it probably was. It was right next to the cove lying on the floor. Could this disc have belonged to the victim, perhaps? I don't know, but McGilded picked it up from pretty smartish. And then he sat on the cove with a knife in his belly up on the seat.
What did he say to you at that time?
He told me not to say a word about what I'd seen or heard to no one. About the disc and all. I was dead scared. The way he was looking at me, I get stuck with that knife. Then he started asking me a load of questions. Like what my name was and where I lived and that. He asked me about being a diver too.
But after a while, what had happened in the carriage was noticed.
Yeah, that's right. But there was a kind of rapping noise. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over my head, and that pal on the roof deck went off to call the slops.
Hold it!
There were 2 gentlemen occupying the seats on the roof deck, I believe.
That's right.
Mr. Ladies First. And the Banks man.
Banker.
They must have looked down through the skylight and noticed the cover of the knife in its guts. When they screamed, the driver pulled up the horses and Nick McGilded got me out of sight. Out of sight? Where? Back under the seat where I started off. Once the carriage came to an halt, the 2 cubs from the roof ran off to fetch the slops.
If they immediately left to fetch the police, it would appear they were entirely unrelated to the incident.
So that left McGilded, the driver, and you still at the scene.
Yeah. Only the driver didn't know I was there because I was under the seat. I had the cabin door open and a voice from outside. The driver, yes. He also testified in the trial, I believe.
Charging too much, right?
A fellow who went by the name of Beepo, if memory serves.
Beepo.
Beepo.
What did McGilded and the driver say to each other?
I don't know what happened, and stuff like that, mainly. That's when McGilded slipped the driver something to do a run to the pawn shop roundabout. Oh, shit.
Hold it!
That pawn shop obviously being Windibanks on Baker Street.
Welcome in, Cairo. How you doing today? Thanks for redeeming
Hello.
a daily drink. Just a moment, Counsel. Do you mean to tell me that the driver gave false testimony in that trial as well?
Perhaps the excursion to the pawnbrokery slipped his mind when he was in the stand.
Indeed, Lord Van Zeeks.
McGilda took off his coat and gave it to the driver. He folded it up, all careful-like, before handing it over. When I saw him do that, I remember thinking, that coat and what's in it has got to be worth a few bob.
Yes, Gina was sure the disc must be worth more than Mr. Windibank was suggesting, wasn't she? I remember her quibbling with him over the price that afternoon at the pawnbrokery.
The driver looked pretty happy when McGilda flashed some brass in his face. He went running off at a lick. Then the bug trotter called me and told me to come out from the drag's cabin. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to no one about what I'd seen or heard.
Hold it!
Threatened you? How exactly?
Told me I'd only be able to stop if I did exactly what he said.
Which included giving false testimony in court 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's it. And there's one other thing he said.
Which was...
He told me I'd have to hang on the ticket from the pawn shop and make sure not to lose it.
The ticket?
Well, I never. Said that if he didn't show up to get the ticket off me before 2 months passed, I had to go to the pawn shop and pay the money to keep it in lug, to stop it being forfeited. Left me with some brass to pay for it. But really, why on earth would McGilda have done such a thing? Depositing his overcoat with a pawnbroker before the arrival of the police. It makes no sense at all.
There would seem to be only one logical explanation, my lord. When McGilded had the driver deposit at Windibank's, was something he didn't want the police to see. Something very important that he needed to hide at all costs.
Anyway, after that, he said he let me go, so I liked it before the coppers showed up.
Well done, Gina. It can't have been easy to tell the truth like that.
Denise really put her faith in you, Reno.
Yes, and to thank her, she'll have to face a charge of perjury once the trial's over. So, I need to use the time we have now to get as much information out of her as possible.
It's time to really go for it. Press her on every statement.
I suppose I should.
Oh, and another thing.
What's that? Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Take a look at those two. Isn't it strange that they've been whispering to each other the entire time?
Yes, that is strange. It looks like they've been having a secret discussion about something.
I thought Gregson was dismissed.
I don't know. I'm not sure I'm completely comfortable with that. I wonder if there's anything I can do about it.
Chase! Oh, we already read this.
Yeah.
So-
Well, he did press everything, right? So.
Yeah, so now we're on evidence. Let me see what we got. The disc?
I don't know, actually.
The tin?
Doesn't. No, that's just money.
Oh, okay.
Is it the line where the disc
Oops,
comes
I didn't mean
up?
to skip it.
No, it's okay.
Do you think we have to present the disc on the line where the disc comes up?
I think so. That should get the two of their attention because they both care about it, right?
Yeah. We could try.
That's
I
the
don't
only
have
thing I
any
can
other
think
ideas.
of. Yisk.
Objection!
No, that's not
well.
it.
It's fine. We have 4 more tries. It's okay. We did press everything, right?
I thought so.
Hold it!
I know we did
Yeah,
that one.
we did this. I don't know.
We must have missed something. Because Iris is telling us to press after.
Well, you did press everything. I think that's just a default line. We need to do something to get them to pay attention.
I don't. Well, they don't react to anything she says, so.
Is it... She talks about the ticket, right? No. No. I don't know. I'm super lost. Is it the ticket with the... That's the other ticket, I think. The one for the coat, right?
Maybe. With a shot. We have 5 strikes.
Yeah.
Double check that we don't have anything else. Guns.
Murder.
It's a picture of her. Oops. Bullet, that's that. This. A cat photo.
Meow.
Objection!
Nope.
Nope. Or this is the weird part, but I don't want to spoil so go like have fun. You can give us
we
a
get-
hint, maybe.
Yeah, like, what are we missing? What are we doing wrong?
Like if we didn't press on something.
Like, we did press everything. We went through and did that. I remember doing that.
There's something you haven't
Like-
thought to do yet, basically. Is it look around? When you get to it, you'll just be like, wow. Is it press them and then look around at them? Even though they didn't say
Maybe?
anything?
Hold it!
Oops, I didn't mean to actually press them on that. Whoops. Can I
I
do
don't
that?
know. Hey, look at them.
Excuse me!
Oh, okay.
Am I smart?
If that is what it is, that is super... Whatever. Normally it brings your attention to it if there's that error. It's fine. Is there something you'd like to share with the court, Inspector Gregson and Mr. Graydon?
Well, so that was it.
Inspector, Mr. Graydon!
Ah! Blimey, you trying to give me a heart attack?
You have been whispering to each other for quite some time now. Tell us, what is the discussion about?
Discussion? With this fella? Hold the other one, Sunshine. You think I've got anything to talk about with a shady gent like this?
And I have nothing to say to this uncouth detective after he deprived me of that disc that was rightfully mine.
They're gonna deny that they were just whispering the entire testimony? Okay.
But they've clearly been talking the entire time I've been cross-examining Gina. It's as if they've been negotiating.
Thank you, Miss Lestrade. Thank you, Council. I've heard enough. I believe we now have a reasonable understanding of what actually transpired on the omnibus.
It would appear on the night 2 months ago, a negotiation was taking place on the omnibus. A negotiation concerning this disc. However, matters did not run smoothly. When the parties involved began to quarrel over price, McGilda took what he wanted by force, at the expense of the other man's life.
Which proves my point. The disc is clearly extremely valuable in some way. Although I don't understand why as yet.
Does the court happen to have a music player on them?
And 2 days ago, precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, McGilda's coat and its contents were due to be forfeited.
I didn't know what I should do with the ticket. I mean, the Cove died right after his trial. I knew that.
So you decided you would try to claim the articles as your own.
Well, why not, eh? They were gonna be forfeited. Why shouldn't I have got them? Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime. Miss Lestrade, it would appear Mr. McGilded was prepared to kill in order to take possession of this disc. Do you know why that would be? I ain't got a clue. But I reckon it must be worth a fair bit of brass. He's probably gonna sell it. And you can't blame me for thinking that. Thinking ain't no crime. My lord! The evidence your lordship requested has been located and is ready for the court's inspection, sir. The court has no record player. We only have Fetty Wap blasting in our JBL speakers. They haven't been sent to jail yet, though. I feel like that's punishment enough, no, listening to that song.
The mysterious little box, deposited by McGilda 2 months ago. There's no doubt in my mind that it's a key piece in this far-reaching puzzle.
Excuse me.
To be
nice.
continued.
Nice!
We did it. We saved the city.
Not quite, but we figured that part out at least. Brilliant! Good place to call it, too.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I need to go get more of a drink anyway.
Tiny
Box.
little box. Close. How
Well, yeah.
mysterious.
'Twas fun. Thank you again for having me. I shall get out of
Yeah.
your hair while you wrap up.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. Now, I would propose that we do karaoke, but I know there's some people that actually want to listen to that, so we'll refrain for now. Oh man, everyone rated out that I was lurking in. So we'll need to find someone else to raid. Let me turn on my music. Oh wait, Blippi's alive. It's been a minute since I've seen him. Or we can go with, hold on, let me see. Yeah, let's try by Bluebees, because it's just been a while since I've seen him, and I miss him. I miss the old man. I think he's like Cole's age. My point still stands. Slash raid. I am Bluebee. Here are raid messages. If you guys wouldn't mind copying them and spamming them when we get over there, I would really appreciate it. We will not be streaming or doing anything the rest of this week because I am working. But hopefully next week we'll be able to do our karaoke as long as my voice permits it, you know? Thank you for streaming. Thank you for coming, really. I really do appreciate it. I know I promised potentially restarting the watch parties. I might have been a liar on that. To be determined. Oh. I would like to restart them because I want to watch anime again with you guys, but I think Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting was winning, and I don't know how much I want to watch. We might just, you know, I might disregard the whole democracy thing again and force you guys to watch something that I want to watch. Hee But I hope you guys, thank you guys so much for dropping by. I hope you guys enjoyed stream. Thank you to everyone who hung out with me. I think yeah. We got 6 hours left. I think we can knock that out in 2 streams, actually, I think. So we are chilling. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Say hi to Bluebee. Copy the raid message. This is a threat.